cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
Check one, check two. All right, we good. We live. Diamond K 1216. What up, though?
What up, though? E-Block. Monk Hefner in this bitch.
Monk Hefner, for real, dog. This nigga always in his fucking robe and shit. All right, look like we good everywhere. She said she got hazelnut coffee. I got sea moss and cinnamon tea and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit's good. Tiana said, how we feeling this morning? Shit, we good.
Great.
I think so. It's Monday. Angry man, probably angry. Shit, you know, that's normal. That's regular.
That's regular. That's nothing new about that.
All right, fuck, you ready to get to it, Doc?
Let's go.
Yo, you know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet.
And that will be Earth, cousin.
Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial. Right this moment, man, it's your boy, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205. Got my man Angry Man in the building. Got my man Monk Money holding it down.
In this thing, you know what I'm talking about? In this bitch like a dirty tampon hose.
Dog, this nigga sound like a dirty tampon. Classic Pothead just checked in. What up, though? My man Caesar just checked in. What up, Caesar? One of the dopest poets in the city. I was gonna say in the country. Fuck it, we ain't gonna hold him down to the city. Hopefully, he send me.
Sound like he dope.
Yeah, I know, right? His name sounds dope. Hopefully, he send me some work for Pimping the Pros and shit. I would like to feature some of his work. All right, so it's Monday, niggas. Shit, I would say what you do this weekend, but fuck it, I guess niggas ain't do shit this weekend.
I did some long work.
You did long work?
Some painting.
Hey, she laughing at your ass talking about a dirty tampon. You painted? Oh, that's dope, nigga. Shit, fuck that. I ain't do no type of work.
Pointed the hallway. Fuck it.
Right, fuck it. That's work. That's all good. Angry man, what you do this weekend, dog?
Shit, work. I watched a couple of Netflix movies.
Dog, speaking of Netflix movies, though, I heard, what's the name of that shit, dog? Extraction.
That shit was dope, bro.
I keep hearing, bro. I gotta watch that shit.
That shit was dope.
It's my man from the Avengers, right?
Thor, yeah. They played Thor.
Dog, I keep hearing that shit dope as hell. I might check it out.
Who beeper is that?
Yeah.
Who? Oh, mine, I found that shit. Yeah, I found the beeper and shit. Miss Virgo said she cleaned her apartment. Dog, niggas probably be tired of cleaning now. I know they didn't clean baseboards and every motherfucking thing by now. Hey, see what I do this weekend. Oh shit. Well, I recorded the second episode of the Beers, Bourbon, and Whiskey podcast. So make sure y'all check that out. Starting on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. on eblockradio.com. The first episode of Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey will be available on eblockradio.com. The first episode is about the Bro Brothers Bourbon, which is 3 black dudes from Kentucky who built a distillery and made their own liquor and shit. So that's gonna be pretty dope. Shit, that's about all I did this weekend, dog. It was really uneventful, I guess, and shit. I don't know.
What's there to do, man?
Right. Tiana said this weekend was the struggle. Oh, word? Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, I'm waiting on your books, though. Your books should be here, though. Shout out to Tiana. She's also an author as well as a therapist, so I got a couple of her books. Actually, I got 3 of them. So one of them is for, like, specifically for women. So that one we gonna give away on one of the shows. I'll read through it to see what it's about, but it's specifically written for women. So we gonna get that one away on the show, and the other 2 I'm gonna check out for myself and shit. Should I say I got drunk and did episode 23, the best podcast out. Now, dog, yesterday's episode, which or the one he recorded yesterday, will be out today on eblockradio.com. That shit was dope though. Shout out to my man Maurice Elrod and shit. Yeah, you just gotta watch the shit. She said self-discovery. Hey, look, it's gonna be a whole lot of self-discovery going on at this point. I mean, I've been discovering the fuck out myself all up.
And these people with these fucked up spots, they gonna discover a lot of shit too about them too.
Yeah.
You gotta be in the house with this motherfucker all day.
Dog, for real. And what about down in I was gonna say in Georgia, but I think it's here. It was some beauty supply stores where niggas was lined up and shit. I guess some of them open.
I don't know.
Yeah, I seen some shit on Facebook about that shit. I don't be knowing if it's real or not. You know how Facebook is, dog. But anyway, We ain't gonna hold y'all too long, dog. We gonna talk about some the shit we came on to talk about, dog. Cause ain't nothing else happened other than us getting extended to May 15th. I think we knew that on Friday probably, but just to reinstate that, if you're in the Michigan area, our stay-at-home order has been extended until May 15th. So which probably means June 1st. I don't give a fuck if it's open or not on June 1st, nigga. I'm partying for my birthday. Fuck what y'all talking about.
Shit, June 1st.
On and all.
April 15th, if we get extended after that means fuck
What,
it.
the beer?
Huh?
The beer Corona or the Corona?
Shit, all of it, nigga. The beer, the regular Corona, fuck it. Shit, I'm partying for my birthday, nigga. Going out with a bizang.
All right, you definitely gonna go out.
Right. Jesse J313 just checked in. What up, though? She said it needs to be longer. Yeah, she did say niggas having house parties, though. Y'all out of control, though. I did see something on Facebook. I'm talking about it was elbow to elbow. I ain't trying to do that shit when it ain't no Corona.
Yeah.
I just ain't trying to be all. I don't like that shit. It's too tight.
Bad experiences at house parties, man.
Yeah. I think everybody from the inner city shit had a bad experience at house parties. Some niggas just didn't even. Yeah, some niggas didn't make it. Rest in peace, though. But anyway, I guess that was a serious note. I don't know why I laughed. All right, so we gonna get to we go shoot our. I mean, we gonna show our commercial real quick, and then we gonna get back to the for real topic, man. If you just now checking in on IG Live or on YouTube Live and all that good shit, then this is what we talking about today, dog. We talking about the top 3 TV shows that changed black culture. Now, when I say the top TV shows that changed black culture, it don't necessarily have to be a black TV show. It's just a TV show, but it changed our culture. All right, so keep that in mind and shit. Cause I think one of mine and shit probably won't fall in the category as a normal like black TV show. So we'll talk about that. My man Bo just checked in. What up, though? Square checked in. Nigga Bread on deck. What up, though? All right, we gonna go to a commercial break real quick and we gonna be back. Hit me in the comment box right now. We will read your comments live on the air, man. Top 3 TV shows that changed black culture, dog. We want to know what those is. All right, but we gotta pay some bills, so we'll be back in about 1 minute. But till then, you already know what it is. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial, man. We'll be back in like 1 minute.
What up, y'all? It's your man, King Crooked. You already know. You see this in my hand? These are the plugs, you know what I mean? Some of the finest quality earplugs that you can purchase. You can go and get them at gettheplugs.com. Gettheplugs.com. Don't run off on the plugs like Plies, you know what I'm saying? Go get the plugs at gettheplugs.com, alright? Peace.
And we're back. Thank y'all for hanging out through the commercial break, man. You already know what it is. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth.
This nigga, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio. Live here down, man. I got Angry Man in the building and Monk Money holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
All right, dog. So let's get to it, dog. Top 3 TV shows, bro, that changed black culture, dog. Angry Man, you wanna kick that off and shit?
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
It is. But
It is, because it's probably more than 3, but...
It is, but, you know, you
I
always
can't
got...
hear it.
You can't hear me? Okay. Let's fix that.
Let me turn them up and shit.
Yeah, let's fix that. All right, there you go. I know you can hear me now. Now,
Yeah,
you know,
I can hear me loud as hell.
you know, you got to go with the old trusty. You got to go with the old trusty one. And that's the Cosby Show.
Okay.
You know, that's our first real one. I'll probably say A Different World.
Okay.
You know, because A Different World showed, you know, black kids what college was like.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of kids back then didn't, you know, like we always talk all the time, you know, we didn't have motherfuckers go to school.
Right.
And come back and tell us what it was like, you
Exactly.
know, or what to do or what not to do. You know, it was only, a handful of us that got the fuck out of here, you know, back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
The third one that changed black culture. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to. I'm probably overlooking somebody, but I probably don't want to say it ain't too many that actually changed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could say I don't think this considers a TV show, but Def Comedy Jam.
Oh yeah. I guess you could consider that a show. Yeah, you consider that a show.
Def Comedy Jam actually changed the fucking culture. That shit, in my opinion, should be number 2 over A Different World.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot more black people watch Def Comedy Jam versus A Different World.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, but that shit changed the game completely.
Yeah.
Because so many motherfuckers got noticed off Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of motherfuckers off Def Comedy can't jam their career.
Yeah.
You know, if it weren't for Def Comedy Jam, a lot of people wouldn't have no career.
Right, shit. Bernie, Chris Tucker, shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think those guys would have eventually made it somewhere else without Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, it definitely helped.
Yeah, it helped. It helped like a motherfucker.
For sure.
But I think they those guys right there, you know, they, like in the words of my favorite football coach, Lloyd Carr, they got that it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody would have found a Chris Tucker. Somebody would have found Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
You know, they just got that it.
Right.
I'm talking about for the ones that if there was no Def Comedy Jam, there's no career for you.
Adele Gibbons.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Not that she not funny, but she not funny.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, she funny.
She's funny, man.
She funny as
She
shit.
kind of funny. She kind of funny.
She funny as shit.
You
know what I'm saying? I might lose a lot of fans on this one, but I'm gonna say Steve Harvey needed Def Comedy Jam because he's not that funny to me.
He funny as a host.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, but not necessarily as a comedian.
Yeah.
A comedic actor.
Right. I mean, because I think a lot of people don't agree with me. I think Sacred Entertainment is funnier than Steve Harvey all fucking day.
As a stand-up comedian, I think so. As a comedic actor, I don't know. That's a tough one though.
No, I mean, I don't remember what I saw said host. I can't remember what it was, but I'm like, nah, they should have had Steve do it. Like you said, Steve was a hell of a fucking host.
Yeah, he's a hell of a host.
Oh, he gonna tear it down as a host.
Right.
You know, he didn't show his skills as a game show host now.
Right.
So he'd tear that's him all fucking day.
All day, right.
Yeah, I mean, but as a stand-up comedian, Sid got it.
Yeah.
Even as an actor, Sid got it. In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I think most of the roles Steve Harvey played be corny as hell. I think that's probably.
Yeah.
Probably because he corny shit. I don't know.
Because Cedric the Entertainer is all around entertainer, you know what I'm saying? He sing, he dance, he do all kinds of shit, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga will bust out dancing on your ass though.
and drop a couple verses on your ass real quick.
Right. This nigga be pop locking and shit. SJ Meek just checked in. What up, though? More money, dog. What's your top 3, dog, that changed black culture, bro?
Well, I'll say, I mean, like, I'm on the same, I think I gotta put the Cosby Show and Different World in the same, that's from the same shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you only gonna count that as one?
I'm only gonna count that as one, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I mean, like, change it for me, like, I don't know, like, the heat of the night showed me a lot of shit what happened down south, but I ain't know nothing.
No, throwback, boy.
Hey,
I be watching that shit.
I used to watch that shit.
The heat of the night, yeah. So I be watching that shit. That shit changed shit for me, cause that shit is crazy, bro. Like it showed me, like, and there's a lot of like first black actors on that motherfucker. A lot of them, you know.
No doubt.
And so it jumpstarted a lot of black people career in acting. So
yeah, I watch that shit now, low key.
Yeah, for sure. I don't. I don't know more, but I've watched it. What's the other one? It's a lot of shows. Though. You can even say Living Color, bro. You know what I'm saying? That started a lot of big
for sure.
careers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of shows, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's that? Living Single.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good show with
It's a good show, but nigga change the culture though.
I think it probably.
I'm just saying, I mean, like
it touched the culture.
I'm just looking at positivity they showing. You know what I'm saying? The positivity they showing of black people. Actually out here, getting money, doing their thing. You know.
It showed at least 4 black successful women that really didn't lean on no dudes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you could take something from it because it's letting you know that
successful man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's letting you know that shit. Just because you're a woman don't mean you can't be successful and powerful in what you do.
Yeah.
Because all of them were successful at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you definitely could take something from the show.
I feel you. Yeah, all right. So then your 3?
I mean, I just gave you numerous shows, but yeah.
They said numerous. Which one of them shows though, like your life would be different if they never came on?
Silence.
I don't know. I think my life ain't gonna be no different, bro. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? I make my own motherfucking path.
Shit.
It ain't about no goddamn TV show. Don't die.
Goddamn.
Coronavirus.
Whew.
Oh, God
All
damn.
right,
Boy,
so
they can
slobbing a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
Coronavirus.
My man Ricky just checked in. What up, though? Damn.
What up, though, Ricky?
I couldn't breathe for a minute, dog. Goddamn. So none of the motherfuckers, though. What about you, Anchor, man?
I mean, shit, I don't think none. I think I'd have pretty been much the same if none of them come out anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it would have been different. You know, probably because I probably would have stirred away from the TV more until football season or basketball season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, until the sports season. But some of those things did, you know, draw me to the TV. You know, and all of them are not black shows. You know, I was skeptical at first. A lot of them are not black shows.
Yeah, they don't have to be black shows. I'm just
You know,
like just change the culture still though. You didn't have to be a black show to do that.
Because like Dukes of Hazzard showed me a whole motherfucking lot, dog.
Yeah.
You know, the older I got and I looked, when I was a kid, it was just a fast car. I didn't understand a lot of the messages and subliminal messages they were throwing. You know what I mean? Even in Archie Bunker. I didn't understand that shit as a kid. It wasn't until I got older I looked back like, God damn.
Right, the subliminals of.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't catch that shit as a kid. And a lot of motherfuckers lying, saying that they did. You know what I mean? You a kid, you know. Some did, but everybody didn't.
I mean, why would you know though? Like, why would you even know?
That's what that's my point.
Yeah,
I mean, because you've never been in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, kids from down south, maybe they saw
that's
something.
what I'm saying. I mean, if you born and raised here, you don't know nothing about what they went through.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you may get a nigga here, a nigga there, but back in the day, we really didn't come across that kind of, because a lot of us never left the neighborhood in the first place.
Yeah, true that. Let me see. I think Shad say he said the Cosby Show, different world, because it showed black colleges, and Fresh Prince. He said Fresh Prince because we saw an uncle take his nephew in and be a father to him and shit. Yeah, so I dig that. That's definitely, so I think that's a game changer. Nobody mentioned Fresh Prince though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is though. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real with you though. I didn't like the. I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't like it, but it wasn't one of my favorite shows. But now I watch it as an adult, and I appreciate the fuck out of it. Like I feel like life experiences and getting older and shit made Fresh Prince make more sense to me than it did, you know, back then. So like I watch it now, like it's brand new, nigga, because it's like I honestly didn't watch it a lot. So some of the episodes I really didn't see. You say what?
Because you was a knucklehead. You didn't want to see nothing positive.
Cause I was like, who?
A love head.
Knucklehead.
Whatever, nigga. You want to see that positivity shit? Right.
That's when it was cute doggy dog.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago.
No, Fresh Prince.
Quincy in this motherfucker. Now.
Fresh Prince is probably one of the most underrated ones.
Yeah.
Because, you know, actually where we come from, if we taking our cousin, and, you know, we got a little bit of money, we living good, this nigga straight from the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? He coming with all type of problems.
For sure.
I mean, Will had the same problems. They just found a way to spin it and make it funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like going to MacArthur Park and shit. You know what I mean? That shit does happen in black families, but it don't play out the way it played out with Fresh Prince.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was kind of, you know, hitting a little home right there.
Yeah.
You know, because we all know somebody who had and was probably your homie. You know, you had your homie and his cousin moved in with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with them and shit. We all done been there and seen that shit.
Yeah.
You know, so like I said, I think that's probably one of the most underrated ones.
Yeah. Classic Pothead checked in earlier. He said Martin, Fresh Prince, and the Cosby Show. My man Lynn Derrick checked in. What up, though? He said Cosby Show, a different world, and the Dave Chappelle Show, dog. Definitely Dave Chappelle. I think that was a game changer too and shit. I didn't put it in mind though. I wanted to, but it just didn't fit. I honestly did want to put Dave Chappelle in it. And real quick though, not kind of a little bit off subject, but I was watching the not the last Dave Chappelle stand up, but the one before that. Right before we recorded our podcast yesterday, we was watching that shit, and it's just something this is way off subject, but like, what do y'all think? All right, like, I don't want to get too deep with this shit, but just looking at Dave Chappelle, and if you seen his last two stand-ups and shit, you can tell that he's speaking from a place of, like, for real freedom, nigga. Like, when he turned that $50 million down, it was like he was free to do whatever and say whatever the fuck he want to, dog. And I'm just thinking, dog, and this is something I was thinking about yesterday. I was high, but I think it's something worth touching on. What is true freedom for a black person, though? Like, what is really freedom? Is it just the freedom? Is it just the ability to say whatever the fuck you want to say and do what you want to do? Or is it related to some kind of power in society? Like, what is truly freedom for black people, though?
I don't know. I don't think we're probably ever
freely, nigga.
I mean, we all do
we
that.
didn't get to walk freely back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, everything's a fucking giant step for mankind for us. You know what I'm saying?
You said mankind.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, that was just something I was thinking about. Because, like, when I listen to some of the shit he's saying, it's just like, how the fuck is he getting away with saying that? But when you're not in fear of getting something taken from you, and I feel like that's real freedom. Whether that be attached to money, fame, or some type of power and shit. But, like, how you survive like that, though? Because a lot of times that shit will make the money just completely go away, nigga.
No, that shit had to be.
But shit, in his case, it made more money come because he fucked that 50 million. He done made that over already.
Yeah, but you know, after that shit, though, it was 12 years where he didn't do nothing.
That probably was a clause. You know, you don't take this. You know how they are. You know, you don't take this.
Right, so what do you do for 12 years, though?
I mean, obviously he had enough money to survive. Come up with some more material.
What do you mean?
Shit.
He live in Ohio, so all you need is $4 in that bitch.
Right. You know? Yeah, I mean, shit, he had money. You know what I mean? I mean, it had to have been something to the point where to have somebody turn down $50 million.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, shit, Dre did it.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to have.
But he went out the game for 12 years after that, though.
I mean, maybe he just was like, "Fuck it, I need a break. I'm gonna come back and hit these niggas hard." You know what I mean? I'm gonna come back with some more material. I'm gonna come back, you know, with my you know, my mind right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't got nobody holding shit over my head. You know what I mean? I can just, like you said, say what the fuck I want to say.
Yeah, I guess that's really freedom. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to experience true freedom, though. It's tough to say because, like, you coming from a point where, like, we constantly, especially coming from the inner city, we constantly in survival mode and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, in order to even get to a point where you free enough to, like, not give a fuck about where your next check comes from, is
you gotta have it.
Yeah, you gotta have it. So it's like, it's almost something like I can't even see it. I want to see it. I want to feel what that freedom sound like, or feel like, rather, to just be able to, like, because I mean, we do it to a certain degree here because we say whatever we want to, but, like, it's some shit that we know that we can't really just be talking about if we ever want to make it outside of a certain scope. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that freedom to do that, though, it's crazy, man. I don't know if I ever experienced that. I want to, though. I think. And the only reason I say I think is because, like, we was talking about this shit yesterday too. Like, black people, we always looking to overcome, to come into power and shit. And then I started thinking, though, like, what's the next step? So, like, what if you do get in power? What we gonna do with it? Like, is niggas prepared for that, though? Like, you want it, but then what? What we gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Maintain it.
Yeah. Yogi Lee just checked in. What up, though? Oh, she's stealing. She at work and shit. Get your ass back to work. Coco J just checked in. What up, though? All right, we got way off subject. My bad. I got all deep and shit, but that's
show 3.
Yeah, that's the topic for another day. So yeah, my top 3, dog. And surprisingly, it don't include Martin either, cause I love Martin, but it didn't, like, it's not like a changer for me.
A game changer.
Yeah, it's not a game changer. So the game changers for me is and I didn't do all comedy either. Like, the first one that I thought changed the game for me was The Wire. So I think, like, I had to have that. Like, I feel like if I didn't have that whole TV series, that whole TV show, The Wire, I think that what I would have thought was that it was no place like Detroit. Because when I seen Baltimore, nigga, that shit it reminded me of Detroit. Yeah. And I always thought that, like, damn, Detroit is this is the only place on earth that's like this. But then I seen The Wire and I was like, fuck, Baltimore, like, Just like this.
Because if you never went to Baltimore, you think about like Baltimore.
Exactly. So seeing that shit on TV was just like, and then knowing it was like actually a true story and shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, a lot of it was, and I'm just like, damn, it's like really okay. Like this is a different place. So for me, that was a game changer. And also another one, dog. And this this is probably gonna be crazy, and I don't know why, but fucking The Sopranos, nigga. Like it's not a black show, but I think for some reason The Sopranos did something for black culture. Like, I think we was probably always into, like, gangster shit, though, because of Scarface and Godfather and shit. But I think as a TV show, I think probably more black people watch that shit than Italians. Like, I would feel like, because, like, we was really into that shit. I really watched the hell out of that shit.
That's not true, but yeah, I feel you.
You said that ain't true? Not more than Italians?
Hell no. Hell no.
Nah, so it was those two. And then the third one, like I said, I wanted to do Martin, but I couldn't really do it. And so the third one is just kind of what everybody else said was A Different World. So that A Different World was a game changer. Just because it was kind of like what's that shit? It's kind of like School Days, except on TV. You know what I'm saying? So that shit really worked out for me. So those my three: Different World, The Sopranos, and The Wire. I think those are the three that changed black culture for me anyway. But I think The Wire was just important for me because like it just showed me another place that was similar to here. So I didn't think we was like fucking aliens and shit.
I mean, I understand that one, but I don't understand the motherfucking Sopranos. What the fuck they do for you?
I don't know that shit. I love gangster shit though. I've been watching Godfather and shit and fucking Scarface, and this is the first time that kind of gangster shit was on TV.
You ever saw that shit before?
What?
Godfather and what else you say?
Scarface.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what you're getting at.
I just thought you was a strictly love and hip hop nigga.
Nah, I mean I'm well versed and shit. I'm well versed. I watch Love and Hip Hop. I watch motherfucking Carlito's Way and shit.
I'm surprised that wasn't your number one.
What, Love Hip? That don't change black culture.
I'm the way you praise it. The way you praise it.
For the worst. It changed it for the worst. I don't. Anyway, fuck y'all, nigga. Let me see. Square said The Wire for show, Cosby Show, and Living Color. And Living Color though, I think it's probably one of those underrated things. Just like Keenan Ivory Wayans is underrated. Period. Though.
No, Robin Townsend is underrated. He don't.
Oh no, he's not even rated at all. He don't exist.
He don't get the love he's supposed to get, man. Right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's because they pitbulled that nigga and shit. Yeah. They stole all this shit and ran it. But it's all good though. Certain niggas know and shit. Certain niggas understand. I don't know if that counts for anything, but certain niggas understand. Coco J said Cosby Show, Different World, and Living Single. I would figure that for most women, Living Single probably was like a game changer for them because before that, like what? I mean, other than you would have like one successful like woman on the show, but like to have three, you know what I'm saying? That was
four, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to count what you call it, shit, she was the assistant at Flavor and shit. I don't know if you want to count that. You might want to count that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that for women that was definitely a plus for them. For us though, was it anything specifically for dudes though?
What you mean?
Like that really made a positive effect on you and shit. Like personally, I can't think of.
I would say, I mean, many moons ago when I was in college, we had a small little debate, and it wasn't a sitcom; it was a movie, The Best Man.
Okay.
And we was talking. I was like, man, look at these niggas, man. Them were some successful black brothers. You know, we got to talking like everybody got their shit. Everybody got their shit. He like, nah, man, that shit don't happen. That shit don't happen. I'm like, what the fuck you mean that shit don't happen? How do you know?
Right.
Basically, he was telling me that, you know, you got four guys living a successful life. In reality, four guys can't do that.
Right.
It's
four black guys.
Yeah, it's what he was telling me. Like, I was like, well, you need to change your circle then, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he honestly was stuck in his head like, no, that just don't happen.
Right.
That was all strictly TV. Black guys don't live like that and can't live like that.
Damn. He was black?
Yeah.
I got confused for a minute, like.
Yeah.
But you know what I think? I think that's for us. I think for black dudes, though, honestly, when you looking at like some positive kind of role models or something to aspire to be and shit, I don't think it happened in TV. I think most often it happened in a movie. I can't think of no TV shows per se that kind of show that dynamic like you just explained? Anything you can think of, Monk? Like on the TV show level? I don't think so. Yeah, that's weird. I never really thought about that.
It's between the Best Man and Four Brothers.
Yeah, right. All movies and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I guess they didn't want us to get hip to that shit once a week.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I would say Martin, but shit, Tommy ain't had no job, and shit, Cole was like cleaning bathrooms on the fucking airplane. And
but
shit.
you know what? That's still real shit though.
Yeah,
that is what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't know what Tommy did or how he got his money.
He had no job.
He stayed fresh to death. He always had dough.
Yeah.
How many motherfuckers that you know like that?
But look at that though. Then just look at that. So on the flip side of that, fucking Pam and Gina and shit was executives at an ad agency. You know what I'm saying? Just like I wonder was that done purposely though to always make women like, and not that they shouldn't be, but to always make women like the higher tier in all the TV shows.
No, I mean
maybe they did that on purpose.
Yeah, I mean just to let motherfuckers know that black women can reach the pinnacle. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, now I'm looking back on it though. That shit must have worked because they ass all in good prominent positions now.
Yeah, all
that
of
shit
them.
must have worked. Hell yeah. Coco J talking about you can't knock the assistants Q. I'm just talking shit about her because like she was retarded for real. Like you know they made her the bumbling idiot on the show and shit. They did that. I didn't write the shit like that. All right, so look, it's 10:53. You know, IG go cut us off in a little bit and shit. So if you got a last minute comment, top 3 TV shows that changed black culture, dog. I wonder because this was my thing. This is why I was thinking about this anyway. Is because I was watching that Dave Chappelle stand up comedy joint yesterday, and then I just started thinking about how when I was looking at that changed like the whole game for me. This is like the 3rd time I seen it, but for whatever reason, like probably because I was high, but for whatever reason, like it really struck a chord with me yesterday. Like damn, I really wanted to know what that kind of freedom feel like. So then I was thinking like, what show on TV ever made me just think like, damn, I wonder what that's like, and I couldn't think of like I gave you my top 3 and shit, but like. A TV show that I can really say like, damn, it really made me aspire like to be something or to want to see what something was like. I don't think I have one.
I'm surprised I ain't heard Good Times.
Yeah, I mean it didn't inspire me other than to if I got a woman like Florida, get the fuck on. Find me a new one. That's the only thing I got out of Good Times. Shit, get the hell on.
I think it's more movies, the big screen than sitcoms.
Yeah, probably so.
Because you know like.
You would think it would be sitcoms though because they hitting you more frequently.
I mean, but that's what they don't want.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I mean they don't want. I mean all these subliminal messages, yada yada yada. They don't want us to see that like shit like Boys in the Hood. Yeah. That fucked a lot of people up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because as a kid, let's keep it real. Before I've been there, none of us has been to L.A. Yeah. We just hear the music. Man, that shit ain't like that. That shit ain't real. Yeah. Until you actually touch foot on that motherfucker.
Find out that shit real.
Oh, they ain't playing. You know, same thing with Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know, you be like, man, what the fuck ever. Until you actually touch foot in Baltimore and like, oh shit, this shit is real.
Right. Now I seen The Wire, and then like after that, we had ended up actually going to Baltimore. We actually went to Howard University's homecoming and shit, but we stayed with some of the 2G's cousins, partners and shit. Out in Baltimore, so I got a chance to like experience Baltimore, and that bitch is really like the crib. Like it's
like I mean, you outside of Detroit, when you outside of this motherfucker, you hear all the worst shit you can.
Yeah.
But you go downtown, that bitch full of white folks and tourists down there, but them motherfuckers don't come past 75. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Leaving downtown, they ain't coming past 75.
Shit, you ain't got to.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, I get that part. You know, experience. You know, trumps all and shit.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, look, before we get out of here, though, I'm going to ask y'all this, man. Monk, I'm going to start with you, though. We talking about TV shows and shit that changed the black culture. We threw out a few and shit, a whole gang of them. But at this point, like, especially for y'all, I guess this is probably mostly for y'all because y'all got sons. What kind of show would you want to see on TV that could, like, really positively affect, like, you know, black culture, especially in the aspect of having like black sons? Like what would you want to see on TV?
Shit, the good and the bad.
You know what? I forgot to mention this dude, bro. and I wanted to mention them dog.
R2D2.
Steve Garvin, Cook the chef, the black chef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He on TV for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And he inspired me. You know what I'm saying? To get this money and go into what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you go into the business, you don't think a black man could do it. Looking at the Food Network. You know what I'm saying? So
Fuck the Food Network.
In the aspect that dude, G Garvin.
Yeah.
Fuck the Food Network. G Garvey though. You know that's G Garvey.
Yeah, I remember that nigga though. He was like fucking LL Cool J and motherfucking cooking.
Yeah. Always had a hat on.
Hell yeah. So what you think though? Like if you had to create a show, like what would that show be like right now? Like what would be necessary for TV to make a positive spin on black people?
Just teaching our people, bro. Like teaching our people something. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like. You know, I want to get the camp together and, you know what I'm saying, teach them how to grow, teach them how to do their taxes, teach them all that shit early, bro.
Yeah.
Something that can, you know what I'm saying, help them in the future, bro. Yeah. Like a lot of these schools and shit, they can give them a lot of shit that's not going to help them in the future, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, you know, give them something back, you know what I'm saying? So to help them, to help their kids, to help their kids, you know what I'm saying? So, and try to make this bitch better, you know what I'm saying?
Make this shit better. Man, Jarm King said MacGyver. And MacGyver used to be crazy though. This nigga making guns out of rulers and motherfucking safety clips and shit. AJ Photo 313 just checked in. What up, though? Angry Man, what you say, dog? Like, if you had to put together a TV show, like, what kind of TV show would you want to see on TV to kind of change black culture?
That shit'd be crazy. It would, because I take a combination of them all, because that's what life is. Life ain't just one sitcom.
True.
No matter how many messages you get out of it, life still ain't one sitcom. Yeah. You know, you have to have a combination of the Cosby Show. You have to have a combination, a little bit of Good Times. You know what I mean? A little bit of The Fresh Prince. A little bit of Living Single. You know what I mean? If you can find a way to collaborate them as being neighbors and find a way to write it in, because and fuck, everybody hates Chris.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot about that.
You know, I mean that one should have been up there too, because it shows that black families, just because you're not living like the Cosbys or Will Smith them, that you still can have your family and you still can have a 2-parent home.
Yeah,
you know
and you're not like completely in poverty type shit. Like
right.
they wasn't the Cosby Show, but they wasn't Good Times either.
They was all right. You know what I'm saying?
They owned a whole brownstone, nigga.
Yeah, and then, you know, they had, Chris was a fuck up. I mean, Drew did his thing, and you still had the spoiled baby girl. Right. You know what I mean? And then, like we always joke about our dads. Our dads was never fucking at home because it was like Julia's ass. It was at motherfucking work. You know what I mean? I would want my son to see all that. Okay, I want you to see this, and I want you to see, you know, if you do what you're supposed to do, go to school, you can live like this. Yeah. But you also, you know, even sometimes, it wasn't in there a lot in The Fresh Prince, because they live where they live. They had to deal with their little, you know, racial issues, but they made jokes out of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, it wasn't until I got older that I really saw, like, oh, damn, that was a little pot shot right there. Yeah. But, you know, then, you know, they had their little times where they, you know, set the kids down and they explained to them why this, why that, why this, why that, why that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, with Good Times, you know what I mean? That's a perfect, not perfect, but that's a very, real good example. You know, I would want him to see that too. Just because you're not living like them don't mean you can't have your family together and still live decent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't going to have that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't going to have that big piece of the pie. You know what I mean? So that don't mean just because you don't have it, you run out on your family. Yeah. You do what James did. You knuckle up. You do whatever the fuck you got to do. Keep that shit together. Keep your family together. Yeah. You know what I mean? Kick ass when you have to, because James did kick ass. For sure. You know what I mean? And keep it moving. I mean, the discipline in the two different areas probably were different. Yeah. You know what I mean? James probably had to kick ass. Right. Because look where they were living. Nigga, right. You know, it was tough. You know what I mean? He had to deliver a message like, nigga, you get out of school at 3:15, ass need to be home at 3:15. Get out at 3:15, nigga need to be here at 3:15. And there it is. Versus on The Fresh Prince, they didn't probably have that issue of trying to get from point A to point B when they got out of school. Yeah, because they're in Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm sure they had their issues being black kids living in Bel Air. Yeah. You know what I mean? Messages was totally different. Right. You know, and I would like him to give messages from both sides. You know what I mean? I want you to understand, okay, if you live here, this is what it might be. If you live here, this is what it might be. Yeah. But then, like I said, you got everybody hates Chris in the middle. You still can live like this as well. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I guess it's got to be a combination of all those. I think
I think a way you can pull that off though is to kind of have. I think it's got to be one common denominator, and you know, from our standpoint, I think we always feel like the common denominator is sports and shit. So I feel like you could have a show about I guess I don't want to be stereotypical, but I'm gonna say football players, but each of them from those different backgrounds, and then how they can show their home life, but then they can show how they become successful together. So I think something like that could probably work.
Hey, message, write a book.
I know, right? Write a book about that shit. I know, right? They can put that shit together for real.
You know the secret about writing a book.
Yeah, right.
You want to hide something from a black man, put it in the book.
Put it in there. My man, John King just checked back in. He said that white man had to hang around black guys. He could take a toothpick, a marshmallow, and a newspaper and make a whole assault rifle. No, that nigga, for real. That shit used to be fake as hell. He said What's Happening was a good show. Dog, I did not like What's Happening, dog. I didn't. No. He said it showed the world that you can get your ass kicked and the benefits of getting your ass whooped and shit. Yeah, I mean, she did whoop a lot of ass, though. Yeah. Rod's mama. Everybody's mama, actually. She whooped everybody ass, though.
She ain't give a shit.
Yeah. But I didn't like that shit, though. I honestly didn't like What's Happening. Like, that shit come on right now and shit, I'd be mad as hell.
But you know
Larry Vance just checked in. What up, though?
To piggyback off what you said earlier about the sports, I mean, as big of a sports guy as I am, and I play sports all the way through, you know, I kind of wish we'd veer away from that.
Yeah.
You know, letting them think that's the only way they can get out.
Well, I'm just saying as a kid, though, that's the only common denominator I can figure why a nigga from Bel Air would be fucking with a nigga from Cabrini.
But let's see, let's switch it up though. What
it could be a writer's camp.
Yeah, I mean, you laughing at it, and I'm over here smiling about it, but
why not, right?
Why not?
It'd be a science fair.
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm cracking jokes, but yeah, why not, right?
They do it. Yeah. We laugh at them when that weak ass shit.
Or I'm gonna tell you what, damn, we better stop talking about this shit online. But or it could be the whole camp that monk.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it could be that whole camp.
I mean, you know,
let's be quiet on that.
we sit here and talk shit about them having the Boy Scouts thing. I mean, how for years we laughed at that shit. Look at us now.
Yeah.
You know, wishing I wish I was fucking Boy Scout. Would have picked up on a couple more skills.
Damn, this sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, let's not talk about this anymore.
Yeah, let's keep going.
That's how ideas get stolen. But that's definitely a great idea, though. Should he say Rock? I forgot about Rock.
Yeah, you ain't bullshit.
I forgot about Rock, dog. I did like Rock.
And then, you know, that's a whole different message that you can still live with your wife when you know, have a family without kids.
Yeah, and straight making an honest living off of like some for real hard work. Nigga. Yeah. Damn, that was said parenthood, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sorry, nigga. I didn't like Parenthood.
I mean, cause the old girl was a motherfucking mess, nigga.
I barely even remember it. Like,
yeah, the Zoe.
Right.
Yeah, she forever getting in some shit.
Yeah. All right, well, look, shit, it's after 11, dog. We got to get up out of here. If you got a last-minute comment, man, hit me in the comment box right now, man. We was talking about the top 3 TV shows that changed black culture, dog. All right? So we getting ready to get out of here, though. If you got a last-minute comment, we will read it live on air. Do make sure you tune in to eblockradio.com in about 3 hours. What time is it? Yeah, in about 3 hours. You can check out Shy versus Everybody episode number 23 featuring Maurice Elrod, man. Make sure you check that out. Dope content producer. Also used to be an executive at And1. So he got some dope stories about some of the And1 players and shit. So that's kind of dope. Make sure y'all check that out. eblockradio.com. Also, don't forget, Tuesday night is the return of episode number 9 of Pimpin' the Pros. Wednesday night is episode number 1, premiere of season 2 for Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast. Nigga, we out here working every motherfucking day. Pull up every day.
And what season we on the E Block?
Shit, we season 1, episode 1016. Hey, look, we in the same fucking season, episode 1000. I think I'm gonna split that shit up though into seasons though. Like, I don't know. Maybe we have a season ending and then we finally started season 2. 9 years later and shit. It's a 9-year season 1.
Man.
No, for real. Larry Vincent, I used to think that they misspelled Regina King's name on What's Happening because come to find out that was her sister, Raina King. Oh, for real? Regina King's sister played on What's Happening? I didn't know that.
Probably.
Damn. Who the the fuck is Raina? That wasn't D, was it? No, her name was D. I think. I think her real name was D. I'm tripping, dog.
I'm about to look that up.
I know. I'm gonna have to look that shit up, dog. That's gonna have to be a lunch on the block trivia question. We got to bring that back too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we gonna probably do that Wednesday. All right, man. On the way out, dog. We already just started our top 3, dog. So on the way out, dog, I'm gonna flip it around for y'all, dog. What is the worst 3 TV shows for black culture, dog, that y'all can think of? The worst black TV shows. Angry Man, what you say, bro?
The motherfucking Wayans brothers, dog.
Dog, thank you. I fucking hate that show, dog.
If that wasn't some...
The Wayans brothers.
Wayans brothers.
Oh, man, y'all tripping.
I fucking hate that
if
show,
that
bro.
wasn't some bullshit.
Trash.
No, that was awful, man.
Yeah, trash.
That was motherfucking awful.
John Witherspoon, y'all tripping.
I mean,
he the only bright spot in the whole shit.
And that's the thing. You take him... I mean, I have
take him out. I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah, have him do it now. They can't pull that shit off.
Hell no. Nah.
That shit was terrible. I feel bad for John.
Yeah.
You know,
all right, fuck. We won't do 3 because it might be too hard to do 3. So that's your 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What else was terrible that I couldn't just fucking stand?
Right.
Bring it back around. Give me a minute to think about it.
We only gonna do 1. Let's just stick with that.
Was
That's
it.
gonna be 1.
That was it.
My man D Boone just checked in. What up? That nigga said cops. Right. But true facts though. True facts, dog. Oh damn. All right. So let me see where we at with it. We said that Raina was Raj and his wife's adopted daughter. Oh shit, I forgot. That's at the end. That's what's happening now and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. More money, dog. What you say, bro?
The first 48.
Dog, that's the word for black culture. First 48. Hell no.
You find all them
Y'all niggas doing all the cop shows and shit. Fuck them cops.
You find all the hard niggas snitching on that motherfucker.
Dog, tell them like hell, dog. And that's real life. They ain't
they ain't like that shit. They never told for real.
That shit real life.
That's fucked up, man. Hey, look, Larry Pants.
I hate first 48. They never catch these motherfuckers in Detroit. Detroit niggas always get over on their ass. Like, these motherfuckers don't never catch the motherfuckers. And if they do catch him, the nigga got a box of chicken and some motherfucking Welch's grape on the side of him. And he done told
box of chicken.
He done told every goddamn thing.
Hell no. This nigga said a box of chicken.
And the fucked up part about it.
Of biscuit.
Yeah, because they ain't shit. They putting it on TV that this nigga tell them.
Yeah, that's the whole part I don't like about it. No, you putting the whole shit on TV.
They showing the world, nigga.
So telling.
So if you get locked up, they caught you and he trying to pin you, and I ain't had shit to do with it. I'm watching First 48. I'm gonna have to call you up, like, man, you know this nigga just spilled all the beans.
So I'm guessing that they don't show none of this shit till like after these cases like over.
It don't matter, cause you still sitting there trying to figure out how the fuck I landed here.
So now you know.
Now you know. Even if it's 5 years later, like that motherfucker was on First 48.
Right. All right. So you say the Wayans brothers and shit. This nigga say the First 48 and shit. I think the worst thing for us though. And I don't even know if this is considered a show or because it's claymation, dog. And I love Eddie Murphy, dog. But the Super was the worst fucking show. Remember that shit? Nah, is that considered a show though? It's like it's claymation. So
no, I never.
When the nigga was the superintendent of the apartment building and shit.
No, I never seen that before.
Yo, super nigga, that was the worst.
I never seen that before.
And your life is gonna be extended because of it, dog. So for real.
Worst motherfucking show I ever seen before was that Nick Cannon shit. Remember I hyped you up? Was like, man,
that
shit,
movie?
Yeah, this shit hype as fuck, nigga. I can't
what
think
the fuck's the name of that movie?
I don't know and don't want to know.
Dog, oh god, no, I can't even ask nobody because nobody's gonna know what that movie is.
That shit was awful.
This was Nick Cannon. Yeah, the PJs. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's what's called.
Yeah, I call it Super. The PJs. That's the shit with the straight trash. Nigga, I'm trying to tell you that shit was straight trash. If you don't, just Google that shit one time, you gonna be mad as hell. Eddie Murphy was wrong for that shit, dog. I don't know why he even did that shit.
One of them times you should have walked away from the $50 million, huh?
Exactly, dog. Definitely one of them times. All right, so look, dog, it was cool hanging out with y'all niggas, man. Before IG kick us off, we gonna get up out of here. Don't forget to check out all the rest of the shows on eblockradio.com and hit that subscribe button so you get a notification every time we go live. Again, I want to thank everybody who checked us out on IG Live, everybody who checked us out on Twitter, on YouTube and shit, all that good shit, man. Thanks for hanging out. And it's Monday, so whatever you go do, I know some of these states is open. if you go out, man, whatever you do, just arrive alive, man. Make sure y'all, be out here. That nigga said nice road. Fucking Monk Hefner, huh? All right. Yo, till the next time, dog. We about to be up out of here. Tune in on Wednesday at 10-ish a.m. and shit. We may have more money in the studio. I don't know. Wednesday usually the day you sneak out. We'll see. But till the next time, man, you already know what it is. The Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet.
Earth, cuss. Straight
from the E-Block Radio live on your dial. I got my man Angry Man in the building.
Y'all be good, man.
Got my man Money holding it down.
Man, you already know.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.
The livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.